Leader Filippi, please.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Director. Are you still there?
I am.
Director, when looking at the contract, the proposed legislation and the contract extension with IGT and now Twin River, did the administration analyze whether it could save money by purchasing VLTs itself rather than this 7% of net terminal income kind of leasing provision?
So we did not at that particular time, but we have in the past looked at that, and it's not a place where we want to be. The dollars are very large, and I know in the in the report that it does talk about that. I just don't, it was lottery's position, my position. I think I can't speak for the governor, but I think it would be the governor's position that not how we want to use our capital. Think about the efficiency formulas in this legislation and the amount of turnover in machines. 6% machines have to be turned over every year. So for investments of $15,000 to $25,000 machine, and then we're turning these things over. Just the 6% alone, I think, is an investment of approximately $6,000 a year in new machines, just base level. I think that the state is not in a position to use capital like that.
So we're not in a position to purchase our own machines. We're only in a position to lease machines because it's more expensive to purchase than lease?
Well, we don't lease our machines.
Can you say that again, please?
We don't lease our machines.
Well, aren't we paying 7% of net terminal income to the Twin River IGT conglomerate to use the machines?
Yes, correct. But they I don't know how that's financing them. They may be purchasing them, or they may be leasing. We're just, basically, we have if you will, a variable cost-based revenue fluctuations. So as revenues go up and down, we pay a fee, certainly, but we're not dealing with the whole financing arrangement for the machines.
How would you explain it then if it's not a lease? What would be is it a contractual agreement where we use their property? If you don't want to call it a lease, what's our relationship in relation?
It's a contingent payment. I would say it's a contingent payment.
So we're using their property?
Correct.
Okay, so it's a contingent.
Well, it may be their property, but they may be leasing it. So okay. They're providing machines, and we're paying them a fee for that service.
So we're using their machines for a fee?
That we're using it provided for them for a fee.
We're using what's provided. That understand. And how is that different than a lease?
Well, a lease would be an obligation to make 35 payments at $1 a month. And so if you get out of it early, there's residual issues. If you keep it longer, then you might have a purchase option at the end. So it's a lot cleaner than a lease, I would say. As far as the state goes, I mean, if you think about like how would we even to have to dispose of 500 machines or something like that?
Well, I'm sorry, you broke up, Director. Could you say that whole sentence again? How would we be in a position, and then we lost you?
It's a shame. It was a good point.
I'm sure it was.
So it's a much cleaner arrangement, because if the state were purchasing the machines, we would also have to deal with the disposition of the machines. So the capital to buy the machines is one thing, and then if we have a machine that's not working out, let's say we did the efficiency and said, these machines aren't working out, we need to get rid of these 500 machines. Now we have to go to the market and try and sell those.
What if I told you we could buy all the machines we need for $104 million and replace them at 20% a year and spend only $416 million versus the $728 million we're paying to IGT, saving the state $312 million? Would that change your analysis? If we could just throw the things in the trash and save $312 million?
Well, I mean, right now, we all have an incentive to maximize NTI because the machines are one component, and there's other components to this, the system components.
But wouldn't we be maximizing? would we be maximizing net terminal income by having new machines every 5 years, a 20% replacement, and then saving $312 million?
I'd have to look at all the attributes of what you're proposing.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of laid out in the report. We ran a lot of numbers. We're going to give a presentation after you're done, as soon as the chairman allows us to. So just stand by, and we'll forward you the numbers, and we'd love to know your opinion.
Okay, I think
Okay.